Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Before I get into the review, let me just say, I had no idea what this movie was going into it. I kind of heard something about it. I had no idea that it was actually in French. I had no idea what it was actually about. I'm pretty sure someone actually recommended it to me. I only just recently kind of got into, like, international films, international foreign language films. And so that's been very interesting. Ironically enough, I'm going to be watching Parasite soon. And I'm really looking forward to that review. I think it's really important to note, and I did this for a movie a few weeks ago, and I can't remember which one it was, but there is a difference between film, cinema, and movies. And this, I don't believe, is a piece of work that you would kind of go back to the theater for. It's kind of like a one-time only. Alright, there's a few little things that I just want to talk about, and I'm going to nerd out a bit. First of all, the introduction of Eloise. She got a movie villain introduction, by the way. If you're not familiar with that, it's, the back's turned, they're in shadows, they're only talked about. Literally, she got a textbook movie villain introduction, and that's really cool. I thought it was really interesting, us getting to kind of see the techniques that were used. I don't know exactly what time this was. It obviously was not present day. Probably 1800s. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm guessing 1800s. But we get to see the abortion, I guess, is what it would be called. And we also get to see all those home abortion methods. And that was really interesting. It's such a slow build. And for a lot of it, when you get to the end of Portrait of a Lady on Fire, you kind of have to sit back and say, oh, that was actually a good movie. What happens is that it's told in such a way that it feels like real life, which is good, of course. While there was an objective, that wasn't the main objective, and it didn't really matter. It kind of became a secondary thing, which I'm not mad about, but it kind of leaves me wondering about why we watch movies, I guess. And there was a lot of silence in this film, which I really enjoyed. And even if not silence, moments of dialogue with no music underneath. I think a lot of times... Listen, I am one of the biggest fans of movie soundtracks and Foley and all that stuff that I'm eventually going to record a podcast for. I love it. I absolutely love it. And it absolutely emphasizes the importance of the things in this movie. I did like the kind of consistent imagery that happened throughout. We had the consistent painting, the steps of the painting. I like how we didn't actually see... we only saw once the actual portrait of the Lady on Fire. We saw the scene, but we didn't actually see it being made. We don't know when it was made, whether it was old at the time of her class or whatever. So I do like that. I feel like there are two separate reviews. One review could be for your normal, everyday theater goer, Joe Schmo walking down the street. And then the other is for the cinemaphile, the ones who love it, the ones who, they go crazy over movies. And so I feel weird giving just one rating because not that it's two movies, but you do have to consider the fact that it is such a cinema-esque film. I'm going to give Portrait of a Lady on qualifier 4 stars. And my reasoning is that I can tell that there was a lot that went into this. But it just, there's something that doesn't sit well with me, I guess. You know, I think a lot of the elements were fantastic. But there is just something in there that just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Want more? Check out chrismoviereviews.com, follow me on Instagram and Reddit, sign up for the newsletter, and submit a user comment for me to read, and don't forget to like and subscribe.